All right, AREC 2019. Thanks for having me here today. It is a great honour to be here with some of the top professionals in this industry. Been in real estate for 5 years now, and in that 5 years' time, I have sold over 700 properties. And today, I wanted to share 3 of the things that helped me the most to be here today. But before I get to that, I wanted to give you a little bit more information about my background. 1997, that's when I came to Australia. I was 17 years old and I didn't know how to speak English. I finished my education and straight after that, I worked for companies. I sold vacuum cleaners, phones. I was a pizza delivery boy. I even tried to be a plasterer. Came to a conclusion though, I wasn't a good handyman, so that didn't last long. 2007, I made a decision to go back to Cyprus. See, for me to be able to stay in Cyprus, I had to finish my military service 2 years as a commando. I can honestly say that was one of the toughest things I've ever done in my life. I mean, think about it. You're in a place, quitting wasn't an option. I ended up staying in Cyprus for another 7 years, and I worked for a company called EF Education First as a country product manager. Then, 2014, my wife and I made a decision to come back to Australia with our 2-year-old. We only had $10,000 in our pocket, 3 luggages, and no family. Now, it's been 5 years, and in that 5 years' time, a lot of people ask me, how did you do it? What was your secret? Well, here I am. I'm ready to share that secret with you, and I hope you're ready for it. Well, that is it. That funny-looking thing helped me the most be here today. Now, let's go back and let's remember our first day in real estate. The thoughts that we had, that we were going to make millions of dollars in overnight. Fancy cars, expensive holidays, long lunches. And that's what I thought. A lot of friends, a lot of people knew me. I had over 1,000 friends on Facebook. I thought the moment that people hear that I'm in real estate, they were going to give me a call. Well, guess what? That didn't happen to me. Been in real estate for 6 weeks now, no listings and no sales. So I went up to my director and I asked him, what do I need to do to be successful in real estate and make money? He pointed the phone and he said, all you need to do, pick up the phone. You know what I did? I laughed. I was like, listen to this guy. Is it for real? He's telling me to pick up the phone. He's telling me to be a telemarketer. So I didn't listen to him. Another 2 weeks gone. Been 8 weeks now. Still no listings and no sales. See, in that meantime, though, I was printing out anywhere between 5,000 to 10,000 flyers per week. And I've been door knock. To a point, I got chased by a dog. Now, and that's exactly what kind of dog chased me. I still don't remember, though, how I jumped that 2-meter fence with my brand new suit. I guess I have to be thankful to the army days. That funny-looking car was my first car and didn't even belong to me. It belonged to one of my directors. He used to use that car for a hunting trip. And the first time I got into the car, it was cobwebs everywhere. And when I used to drive the car, I couldn't breathe because all the exhaust smell used to come inside. Then reality kicked in. That $10,000 that I came to Australia with, it was gone. I couldn't buy lunch, and I couldn't pay my bills. I was devastated. So I went up to my director one more time, and I said to him, Tim, tell me the truth. What is the secret? Well, he pointed the phone and he said, all you need to do, pick up the phone. Well, I thought, you know what? I'll think about it. So I went home that night and I started to do some research. And some of the top agents, like James Tosteven and John McGrath, were saying the same thing. And even some of the top agents, top coaches, like Tom Panos, was saying the same thing. So I got up in the morning, and that's exactly what I did. I picked up the phone. 10 hours a day, 6 days a week. Well, was it easy? No, it wasn't. It was really challenging. But I didn't give up. Did I have people telling me where to go? Oh yeah, daily basis. But I knew what I had to do. All right, this is where it gets exciting now. After being on the phones for 60 days, I put 400 people into my database, I priced 100 homes, listed 12, and sold 10. See, for me to be able to do those kind of numbers though, I had to connect with 350 to 400 people per week. I didn't concentrate on how many calls I was going to make. I concentrated on the connections. And at the start, I had a simple script. It was short, but it was effective. And that script was, I'm going to be in your area giving out free market appraisal. Would you like to get one done as well? It was short, but it got me into a lot of doors. Because I was connecting with 350 to 400 people per week, I was creating for myself 10 to 15 appraisals weekly. I even tried to see how many connects I can get in 1 hour. And that was 36. Now, before I move forward, I want to give a little bit more information about my area. See, when I started 5 years ago, average sale price in my area was $208,000. Average commission was 2%. Days on the market was 157 days. I had no database, and I had no market share. But I didn't care, because I had a vision, and I had a goal. And that goal was to have the highest market share in my area. And I wasn't going to stop until I get that. See, I didn't have luxury to sell expensive homes and get high commission. I didn't concentrate on the commission, I concentrate on the volume. Things were traveling fast, but wasn't fast enough. I tried to do more calls, I couldn't. I tried to get into more doors, I couldn't. And that moment, I realized that I reached my limit. So I thought, what if I can get another person to help me to do that? And 4 months later, I got my first PA as a prospector. See, when I got my first PA, I wasn't making money. I didn't get my first PA so I can leave work early, work less, or have long lunches. I got my first PA so I can create more opportunities for myself and add more people into my database. 6 months later, things were traveling really fast. I was listing, selling, prospecting, negotiating, managing vendors, and dealing with a lot of administration side of the business too. Time wasn't enough. And let's face it, administration wasn't my strongest strength. I mean, one copy form used to take me an hour. I wanted to focus my energy on prospecting. So I made the decision to put my second PA as an admin manager. And I was back on the phones. When I got my second PA, still, I wasn't making money. Now, it's been 5 years. And today I wanted to share exactly what I accomplished in that 5 years' time by picking up the phone. I do have 50% market share. I've got over 4,500 people into my database. I created a system that generates 20 listings per month. Sold over 700 properties. Top lister, top seller for Barry Plans, and a top performer. Kickstart Guest Speaker, and AREC Guest Speaker for 2019. Thank you. And finally, I'll make money. Now, obviously, I wouldn't be able to do this without good database management. See, at the start, I was a bit old school. I was trying to write everything down, and it was getting harder. Then I started using Excel sheet. It was okay at the start, but the more people that I was putting into my Excel sheet, it was getting harder to follow up. I even tried to color coordinate it, and it reminded me of a Christmas tree. See, at the start, as Barry planned, we had a CRM system called Pop Plus, and I didn't embrace that until one morning I got up and I checked realestate.com. One of the first properties that I ever sold hit the market with another company. I was devastated, upset. I was really angry. So I gave them a call. And he said, Chari, we were happy with everything. We were happy with the service. But after the settlement, you never gave us a call. We felt like a one-night stand. Now, I don't know if that ever happened to you. It happened to me, and it's not a nice feeling. And that moment, I realized that I was paying so much attention on trying to find new clients, and I forgot about my past clients. And I realized that I wasn't running with a good CRM system. So I started to use the CRM system that was provided by Barry Plant. So I was able to divide my database into 3 different categories: past clients, new clients, and buyers. And what I did was I created different touch points to individual clients' needs. And since then, I haven't lost a client due to a weak follow-up system. Now, I've benefited a lot working with a good CRM system. When I go to work in the morning, my to-do list is ready. I talk to 100 to 120 people per day. My team deals with the cold calls, and I deal with the warm calls. And because of the CRM system, 80% of my listings are coming from my database now. Now, I believe there are 3 keys being successful in real estate. First one, finding a prospecting method that works for your BDA. For me, it was cold call. Second one, having a bulletproof CRM system. We all know prospecting is nothing without a good data management. Now, I believe if you have those 2 covered, will give you a really good head start in real estate. But without having the 3rd one, I think it's going to be really hard to link them together. And the 3rd one is knowledge. And I learned that from the hard way. I waited long enough to have a shot to do my first listing presentation, and I blew it. It was a disaster. I thought I was ready. I was prepared enough. I thought I was going to walk in, smile, put the authorities on the table, and get the potential vendor to sign it. Well, that didn't happen to me. A moment that I rocked up at the listing presentation, I felt like I didn't have structure. I wasn't prepared enough, and I had no knowledge. I was too scripted, and I felt like a robot. Well, cut the long story short, my first listing presentation lasted only for 8 minutes. I literally got up and walked myself out. I sat in the car. I was trying to come up with excuses because my director was waiting for me to give him a call and give him the bad news. Well, I couldn't come up with any excuses because it was all me. I wasn't prepared and I wasn't ready. I didn't want that thing to happen to me ever again because opportunities like that didn't come that often. See, I was lucky enough, I used to get up at 5:30 in the morning and go to gym. I thought, let's get up at 4:30 in the morning and have an hour a day education time about real estate. And that's exactly what I did. I wanted to be a good lister. I practiced daily basis to be a good lister. I wanted to be a good negotiator, and that's exactly what I did. I wanted to be an area expert. I learned everything about my area. Because deep down I knew if I learned more, I was going to make more. And overall, I was going to have self-confidence. Fast forward 5 years. I still get up at 4:30 in the morning. I still manage my database, and I still prospect. Because of those three things, hard work and not giving up when things were tough, it got me where I am today. 5 years ago, I started with 0 sales, and just today, I have sold my 796th property. Why? Because 5 years ago, I made a decision to pick up the phone. I believe if you're not willing to learn, no one can help you. But if you're determined to learn, no one can stop you. AREC 2019, be unstoppable. Thanks for having me here today.
All right. So that wasn't hard after all.
I know, right?
So guys and girls, because I think there is a small group of people that aren't at attraction business level. They're not at the level where they've got people flocking to them because they've been in a marketplace for a decade. So what I've agreed to do with Chari is I am going to document by video every part of the process, the scripts, defining your market area, the processes, how to stay in contact with people, the listing presentation, what prospecting he was doing, the vendor management, and we're going to put it together in a system. I'm going to be putting it into the real estate gym, and we're going to document it to allow people that want to sort of copy his method. And I'm letting you know, ladies and gentlemen, for those that want to join the real estate gym, I'll be at my stand, and I'm going to give you this 9-week program on DVD and a success journal as well. You're going to do that with me, Chari?
Yep.
Document it all. Give him a big round of applause. Thanks
for
so
having
much.
me, Tom. Thank you. Thank you.